two, one. All right, we're back. Here we go. Let's go, boys. Wild card weekend, NFL. The boys are back after a long hiatus from the playoffs of last year, the NHL playoffs. We're back to talk some football. We got the big NFL playoffs starting. Here we go. This weekend, we got Willie up over here in the top left. We got Matt Spur on the bottom left. You got me, Carlos, and we got Matty Judd, who's coming in. He's flying in a little late here, but he's flying in. The boys are here. We're ready to talk some football. We'll go to you first, Willie. Willie, how you feeling? You got your Steelers coming in, squeaking in. How you feeling?
Dude, I'm feeling good. When the Titans won, bro, that was probably the most hyped I've been in a long time for the Steelers because I just wanted to give Mason a chance in the offs because he's been looking good. But we'll talk about that later. But it's gonna be good playoffs, I think.
That was really intense, dude. I was watching that Titan game, dude. I was actually live streaming on my Twitch. My live reaction of the Jags, dude, getting stuffed at the goal line. On 4th and 2, they get stuffed there. The Titans stuff them, man. That was crazy. I really thought that the Titans were going to squeeze by and figure out how to win that game.
I couldn't believe how good the Titans defense played.
Yeah, for real. The Titans defense was insane. Throwing it over to Matty Spur. He's got his Eagles game. We're going to get to that game. Lots of talk about the Eagles and that team's identity coming into the playoffs. Matty, how you feeling?
I'm fucking nervous.
It was a rough getting in, dude. Rough getting in for the Eagles, man. Total collapse at the end of the year. And then we got Matty Judd. Dog Matty is here, dude, live with the boys, man. You could see him there with his Chargers hat on. Matt, it was a long year for both of us. How you feeling going into the playoffs?
Dude, can you guys hear me?
Oh, we can hear you.
Okay, all right. It doesn't come up like chord where it gives the
yeah.
thing. But
we can hear you.
I'm excited. I think there's a lot of good solid teams. I think there's some good matchups like that the Lions Rams matchup. That's going to be a solid one.
Yeah, that's going to be a lot of fun to watch.
I really wish TJ Watt was playing, or else it would be a lot more interesting. That the Chiefs Steelers would get a lot more interesting, but not TJ Watt. It's unfortunate.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough, dude.
Yeah. All right, boys, let's jump right into it here. I got the sports book up, so I got the live odds for us as current. We're going to start with the Browns and the Texans. The Browns coming in, visiting Houston. The line set right now, Browns are -2.5 favorites on the road. This is in Houston. Houston winning the division. CJ Stroud having a big rookie year. This is going to be an interesting game, man. Joe Flacco came off the couch. The dude came off the couch. He was sitting with his feet up, hanging out. And then he was like, yeah, I'll go play for the Browns and throw. And he lit it up. He's lit it up since he's rejoined the league here halfway through the year. So we'll start with you, Willis, and we'll work our way down and around here.
I apologize, by the way. I thought the Steelers were playing the Chiefs. They're playing the Bills. I think it's still going to be the same outcome.
The Buffalo Bills, dude. Oh, man. Listen, we're going to get to the Bills because I got strong feelings on the Bills. But we'll start here. We got Browns-Texans. That's going to be the Saturday afternoon game at 4:30 Eastern time. Willie, what do you think? -2.5, the Browns are favored. How you feeling going into this game?
The thing I'm really excited to see is Stroud versus the Browns defense.
Yeah.
Because, everybody's hyping up Myles Garrett. Obviously, he's a phenomenal player. But we'll see how that goes. I mean, Stroud's been gross the whole year. Every game he's played, he's looked good. Even week 4, people were sleeping on the Browns. I remember not the Browns, though, the Texans. I remember when they played the Steelers, and I was thinking that was going to be one of our easier games on the schedule. Then we got lit up, lost by 20 points, and I don't remember if we were home or away, but it was hard to watch. We looked awful. I thought our defense was gonna destroy them because we got a rookie QB.
Yeah.
I didn't know Nico Collins was gonna have a breakout year like that. Any of these guys were gonna do good. They had who was it? Schultz. He's been having a great year.
Yeah.
Schultz, the tight end. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. All these guys.
They had Tank Dell, and then he went down. He was doing really, really good, and then he went down.
Yeah, dude. So I thought that was a bad loss at first.
Yeah.
But then that kind of put the Texans on the map for me a little bit. And I started like paying more attention. And Stroud's like getting all these passing yards. I see on these like stats, he's top 5 passing yards. I'm like, damn, this guy's actually pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, Big Ten quarterback.
And he's at home.
You know,
so I got a good feeling with the Texans. I'll probably take them -2.5, maybe even money line. I don't know, but the other thing is, even though I hate the Ravens, I like Flacco, and I don't hate the Browns. I kind of honestly I feel bad for the Browns as a Steelers fan because they've never really done anything.
Yeah, except for beating you and knocking Big Ben out. Yeah,
both
that was
game to the side for now. Besides that,
the Browns did that.
Pretty, like I don't have any feelings against the Browns. You know, like even that playoff game, like it sucked, but like I hate the fucking Ravens because it's such a strong rivalry. But let me tell you, watching Joe Flacco come back and be playing so well, it's pretty fun to watch. So that's a tough game for me to root for anybody, but I do like the Texans at home.
Joe Flacco's line where he was like, "If I messed up in high school, I could be these kids' dads," was just an all-time line of just somebody who was just like, "Dude, I know I'm a dinosaur, dude. Like, I don't even know why these guys called me to be the quarterback, but like, yeah, I'm just here. I'm just slinging it."
Flacco's pretty cool, man.
If his arm falls out of his socket, dude, at some point, I wouldn't be surprised. The poor guy,
dude,
man.
Still slings it.
Dude, he's been lighting it up.
He throws lasers.
Yeah,
he used to
insane.
throw the ball hard, but he still throws the ball hard.
Dude, he's been firing on all cylinders. The guy lit it up. What his first game? He had 4 touchdown passes.
Really
that was like the first football he's played in a year.
He has a really solid line in front of him, so that helps a lot.
Yeah,
as we know.
But dude, he's been consistent too. That's another big part of it. Like every game, he shows up and plays.
Exactly. He's been super consistent since he's gotten back in the league.
265 yards.
Yeah.
I mean, like, come on.
It's insane, dude.
So I think that's going to be a great way to kick off the playoffs. That's going to be a good game. I mean, it's a close line, so.
Matt, what do you got on it as an Eagle fan? Because you know, I know you're just. What are your thoughts? Joe Flacco. There was rumors in the offseason that Joe Flacco would be a backup for the Eagles, and then they chose that shitter Mariota. So, like, what's going on?
I stand by the Mariota pick. I don't think he's belongs in the league anymore. But as a Ducks fan and an Eagles fan, I gotta go with that pick. That being said, dude, Flacco's got this game. Like, he's got the experience. He knows.
Yeah.
He knows what it's gonna take. And fuck CJ Stroud.
Fuck CJ Stroud is right, dude.
I
mean,
hate that guy.
Listen, CJ Stroud, you know, as good of a year as he's had, man. I mean, you know, he lost to us twice. Go Blue, and we shit down his throat. We shit down his throat. He lost to Oregon. He's just, you know, he couldn't win the big games when it counts. I'm taking Joe Flacco here -2, dude. I'm telling you, I think the Browns are gonna go in there and it'll be a nice, like, you know, nice moment for the Texans. I think the Browns -2 though on the road.
I think the Browns are the better team, but you got to remember they're on the road too.
Even though that's such a terrible number. I mean, I think I'm gonna take. I definitely am gonna take the over. 44.5. The over/under is 44.5. I definitely am going to take the over, because everybody knows that Stroud can sling it, and Houston's been putting up points all year, and Joe Flacco has been averaging 3 touchdowns a game since he's been back off the couch. So, I definitely think I'm going to take the over. What do you guys got here on this one? What's your final stance? I know, Willis, you're feeling the Texans. Are you taking Texans money, or what are you thinking?
Man. If I'm gonna take the Texans money, I'll also take the points to like have a little insurance,
right?
For like double. I've been doing that a little bit this year, and it actually like saves me a couple times because then you just break even. If you do like double the amount on the spread, but the problem with this game is the spread is so bad. It's 2.5.
Yeah, 2.5 is such a dog shit spread.
Yeah, dude. Like they can lose by a field goal, and you'll still lose both bets. So it's like, I don't know. I almost don't even want to bet this game, but I feel like the Texans at home. It's tough too because he's a rookie in the playoffs. It's hard to get a read on the game, but like I'm probably gonna get the Texans money line and just leave it at that. And if they lose, they lose. Like I don't really care either way who wins that game because I like Flacco, I like Stroud. It's like I'm not gonna root for anybody.
Yeah.
Unless I bet. So it's tough. Thing is though, the Texans defense, I don't know if they're gonna be able to stop that run game because they do have a good O line too. Ford's been playing really well. Like that guy Ford, when Chubb got hurt, he came out of nowhere, bro.
Yeah, and lit it up big.
He's good. He was I played him in fantasy a couple times. He was getting like 10, 15 points.
The Chubb injury, it just strikes me down. It strikes my heart in half, man. Having Barkley and Chubb both go injured halfway through the year. Chubb was out for the year. Barkley did come back later, but as a fantasy owner, that was a killer. Never could recover after that.
And have we even mentioned Njoku? I mean, the guy is gross.
Yeah, true.
Like Flacco and Njoku have a good connection. Like that's what you need.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Never had a good connection with any other quarterback he's played with.
I'm telling you, man. I think the Browns. I think Matt had it right, dude. The experience factor. You know, C.J. Stroud hasn't proven to be a big game winner, and this is the NFL, and this is a big playoff game. I like the Browns, man. I think the Browns are the move, and take the Browns any which way you can, and the over too, because I think there's going to be a lot of points scored. Even though the defense is as good as it is for the Browns, I still think that there's going to be some points scored in this game for sure.
Yeah, Stroud's a gunslinger. I'd feel more confident with the over than anything else than taking a team.
Yeah, Matt Spur, what's your pick?
Dude, I can't go money line on this game just because like. It is a toss-up. Like, it really is a toss-up. It's, you know, you got Texans are home, but Flacco's got the experience. I think the only, like, solid bet to take in this one is the over. Like, it's the only one I would pretty much hammer. I couldn't do one.
Yeah. Juddy, what do you got here? What do you got, dog?
Browns over.
Browns over?
Yeah, I think that experience with Flacco is gonna be fantastic for him. CJ Stroud just doesn't have the experience, but I mean, he could. It wouldn't be the biggest surprise in the world with the year he's had if he had a nice playoff run or something. You know what I mean? Like a couple, you know, maybe steal a game or two. He's had a really, really good year. One of the best we've seen from a quarterback in a long time, maybe since my guy Herbie.
No, I agree. Yeah, I'm thinking the Browns there. Jumping down here, we'll move on from that game. We got to get moving here. Looking at the big game, Dolphins and Chiefs. The game is on the cock. First off, dude, the fucking playoff game on Peacock is just so dog shit. Like that's just so like just fucking BS. That the playoff game is on the fucking cock. Like that's such a money grab. That's like just such a smack in the face. And that's totally like the NFL's like, oh, we're gonna get these Swifties to try to pay for the cock subscription to watch Travis Kelce because everybody knows Taylor Swift's going to the game and Taylor Swift's gonna be on the field before the game and it's gonna like that's totally just such a NFL money grab bullshit move right there. But anyway, -5 degrees is the weather right now for that game. I just wanted to point that out. -5 degrees. You think the fucking Dolphins are grieving a little bit? They're grieving a little bit losing that game to the Bills last week, dude. Holy shit, man. I would be fucking pissed having to go from Miami, dude, sunny 75 to fucking -5 in Kansas City. I'd be fucking miserable.
That's a hard stadium to play in.
Yeah, dude, you know the place is going to be packed and loud. I mean, dude, based on the weather and based on playoff Mahomes and Andy Reid finding a way to get it done, I think this has some taste to be an ass kicking. Low key. This has like some like grounds in there to be like, hold on, we're gonna come kick the shit out of you. Alabama quarterback too. The Alabama quarterbacks are just ass. Willie, we're going to you here. SEC is garbage. Willie, what do you got?
All right, first of all, Tua is gross. But second of all, at least he's been this year. And Tyreek Hill is gross. If the Dolphins are healthy, you never know, but I agree. Like, going on the road in Kansas City, I got the Chiefs -4, 100%. That's what I would take. You know? Like, that's already one of the hardest stadiums to play in because it's loud. I mean, Mahomes has been there. He's won Super Bowls. What's he got, like 2 bowls now? He's been
he's got two-time Super Bowl MVP.
I mean, has Tua even been in the
Matt
playoffs?
knows all about that.
I'm not really sure, but dude, let me tell you, I think I agree. I think the Chiefs could definitely win by 4 here. If not a lot more. I mean, dude, they don't even have any wide receivers, but just Mahomes, and he doesn't even have an O-line. But Pacheco's pretty good. Kelsey's pretty good. They're at home.
Rice.
The Dolphins are.
He's getting a lot better.
Yeah.
Rasheed Rice is. Yeah, he's not bad.
He's getting a lot better.
Rasheed Rice has had some good games, but
dude, Pacheco out of Rutgers too is just an unbelievable back. I feel like he's so underrated, dude. Like the guy figures out a way to find the hole and just get it done, dude. I think he's massively overrated,
He's a
dude.
hard runner.
Yeah, Rucker's
Thank
back.
you.
Another player from the Big Ten just proving himself just to be the best. But yeah, no, it's just unbelievable. Like I think he gets so slept on, and he's really a good back. And then I mean, as much of a fucking prick as Tony is, dude, and I hate Kadarius Toney. Trust me, as a Giant fan, total cancer in the locker room. Guy's just an asshole. I mean, and then that like him lining up on that offsides right there, just blatant offsides. Just the guy is a total mental case, but if he has his head on straight, he could be a weapon too for Mahomes. You know, so it could be interesting there as well. I literally I like the Chiefs in this game, especially with the weather. Matt, as a Chiefs hater, what do you got for this game?
Dude,
That's me. That's me.
Both of you. I mean, the Chiefs beat the Eagles in the
I could
Super
only
Bowl last
imagine
year,
that,
and
like
as,
most of the NFL hates the Chiefs. So.
yeah,
Me, I think the Chiefs are going to win this game. I wish the Dolphins would win it, but I think the Chiefs are just going to that weather change. I mean, you're playing in Miami all year long and stuff. Like I know they go up to New England here and there, but like -5 is nuts, and you're going up to Arrowhead. I mean,
yeah.
They're going to be running the ball a lot. That's what I think. They're going to be running the ball a lot. It's going to be -5 is crazy.
-5 is a massive change from sunny Miami. I think I
Yeah.
think the weather could have a major factor in this game. What do you got, Spur?
dude, one thing I don't think anybody's addressing. Andy Reid knows how to stop Tyreek Hill.
He has a top 10 defense too this year. He's never had a top 10
they got a
defense,
great defense,
ever.
and he knows him as a player. He knows what he's good at, what he's bad at, so he's gonna know how to shut him down as a receiver, and they're gonna be able to lock him down. The weather change, yeah, it's gonna be there. They have ways that they deal with that in the NFL as pro athletes. So I don't know if it's going to be as big of a factor. If it's snowing, then yeah. But I don't think just it being cold is going to really do too much to affect them.
I mean, -5 is crazy though.
Pat McAfee says that he thinks that it's gonna be a major factor. I was watching the Pat McAfee show a little bit today, and he was saying that he thinks it's just such a change from going to southern Florida, like where it's like 70 something, and then just like that instant change, because they're flying in today, I'm pretty sure, tomorrow, so they're gonna get like a couple days of it, but it's fucking cold, man. That's talk shit.
It's not like you're playing the Patriots or something. You're playing Miami.
Yeah,
they
like
spend a year in Miami.
That's cold, man. And as somebody who, you know, Matt and I know, living in Vermont, man, that's a bitter cold, dude. That's a cold that it's like you walk outside and your bones are shivering. It's tough,
And
man.
you gotta play football in that.
It's
Not
tough.
Just walk outside. You gotta play football.
Look, all I'm saying is
I think it
Kansas
will
City's
affect
playing for clicks. Miami's playing for championships.
Dude, oh yeah, so right now I'm looking at it. The high for the game, the highest that it could possibly be as of right now is 3 degrees at the high during the day. It is going into night, and the low for the night is -11. So it's going to be somewhere in that window, most likely around -5, -6 throughout the game. There is a possibility for snow. There's 40% precipitation as of right now, so we could see some snow on this wild card weekend. But yeah, I mean it's gonna be really interesting, dude. Like it's gonna be just crazy to see. You know, Tua have to adjust to that. You know, he's not used to playing like that in the SEC either. He doesn't know anything like that. Unlike the Big Ten boys playing up north, but yeah, no, that's gonna be crazy to interesting to see what happens there. So what do we got for picks? So plus -4 is the spread. Over under is also 44.5. I'm gonna take Kansas City. I'm gonna take the -4. I think that they're gonna win this game outright. To be honest, I probably should just take money line, but I'm saying Kansas City -4. What do you got, Willis?
Yeah, I'm gonna do -4 Kansas City. One thing though that we haven't mentioned is Waddle and Mostert are confirmed to be back in this game.
That is true. Yeah, that's huge.
So their offense hasn't really been running the right way since they've been injured. But I'm still taking Kansas City.
Do you think?
I don't think it's gonna be like a blowout. It could be, but I don't see Miami winning the game. I just don't.
Do you think Waddle's 100%?
What's up?
Do you think Waddle's 100%?
No.
Yeah.
No, I don't think most of it is either. But I mean, it's a playoff, so they're gonna play.
Right.
But
Shoot him up.
anyways, that takes a lot of pressure off of Tyreek Hill. I mean,
Yep.
it's a football game. Anybody could win, but I'm taking Chiefs -4 for sure in that game. Like, I don't really know who to bet in the Texans, but like, I think
Yeah.
Chiefs are winning.
Chiefs.
Probably
I
by
think
touchdown.
Chiefs. Yeah. Chiefs -4. Matt Spur. What do you got?
I got Chiefs money line and the under.
And the under. Oh.
I think it's gonna be if it's cold and it's snowy. There's a lot of running the ball.
Ball on the ground.
Not a lot of deep throws. It's especially if Kansas can shut down Tyreek and Tua. Like, it's gonna be a low scoring game.
I like that. I like that. Juddy, what do you got for the pick?
Probably cheap. Yeah, I want to say Chiefs money line. It's gonna be a low. Like, it's not really gonna be the craziest game.
The
now. But like,
gunslingers.
I wish we could get better weather, because then, like, you got these two really strong teams. But I definitely think the Chiefs are gonna win. Though that experience has helped so much. And it's Travis Kelce's 33 now. It's he's got maybe this year or next
And
year.
he's got the woman now too. The woman factor. I mean,
It's all downhill.
it's all down here.
But
Yeah.
legitimately, like, and they have this top 10 defense now. Like, this is if you want one more ring, this is it.
Like, go get them.
You don't have receivers. Like, this is it.
Yeah, this is going to be an
So
interesting
I think
one.
they're going to take advantage of it, at least in this round.
All right, so we're going Chiefs across the board here on this panel. All right, Saturday night game. Moving on here. Pittsburgh Steelers at the Buffalo Bills. Right now, the Bills are favored by 10. We got a -10 spread for the Bills. Over-unders 38.5. This is a game, dude, and let me tell you, this is where it's going to get real crazy right here, because I'm going to just say it outright. The Buffalo Bills stink. They're a fucking bad team. I've been saying it the whole year. The entire year I've been saying the Buffalo Bills are a bad football team. They have yet to impress me at all on offense. Them flying into the chat the other night, they're talking, oh, the guy tripped on his feet. That interception. He was going to get intercepted anyway, whether if Gabriel Davis stayed on his feet anyway. Frickin' Josh Allen was getting chased out of bounds. He just threw it into the air like an asshole instead of just throwing it out. He turned the ball over 3 times in that Miami game. If Miami wasn't playing like such garbage, it almost, to me, watching the game, it almost seemed like Miami wanted to lose that game. They were like, we didn't even want it. That's what it honestly seemed like. The Bills played so bad. The Bills should have lost to the Giants back in week whatever. The Giants were playing god-awful. But if they actually threw the flag on the pass interference going for 2 at the end, we would have won that game too, and the Bills would be out. So
the dog shit Chargers almost beat them.
Yeah, and the dog shit Chargers almost beat them. So I really don't think the Bills are that good of a team. The Steelers, it could go either way. TJ Watt not being on defense, I think, is a major factor. The pass rush is going to hurt. So Josh Allen will have some time. If Josh Allen plays as good as he played, last season and the year before, we could be looking at that 10 spread. But I think the Steelers are going to hang in there with him, and I think Mason Rudolph's going to figure it out, dude. I like the Steelers here, man. I like the +10. I will go to you, Willis, first as a Steeler fan. How are you feeling going into this game?
Dude, I think the -10 is disrespectful. I mean, that's crazy against the Steelers. I mean, I'm almost happy we're on the road, because I feel like when we play with a chip on our shoulders, especially on the defensive side of the ball, dude, we're going to give Josh Allen a lot of problems. I don't care if TJ Watt's out. Obviously, like, he's the best player in the league on offense or defense. That's not even biased. The guy's like, here's the thing. Here's the crazy stat. I think we're 1-10 without Watt when he doesn't play, and with him we're like 68 and fucking 30. Anyways,
yeah, big problem not having Watt.
Anyways, in the playoffs though, it's a totally different story, because we've got other guys like Highsmith, who he's got 69 QB pressures this year. I mean, unbelievable. He's probably right up there, but he gets overshadowed because of Watt. He's up there with the best defensive rushers in the league. Fitzpatrick's hurt too. Our defense though, they're good. We got a lot of good guys on defense.
Yeah, the defense is really good, yeah.
If Mason Rudolph could come out gunslinging, and our run game's been awesome, then we'll win the game. I think -10 is crazy. If Mason, I mean, everybody knows about Pickens. Everybody knows about him. If we're gunslinging to Pickens, I think we're winning the game. Najee and Warren are the best running back duo in the league at this point because our offensive line is finally good. So Najee, he's an angry runner. We do the dump offs to Warren. Nobody knows what we're going to do anymore now that Matt Canada's gone. It's not like predictable plays. I don't think we're going to go into Buffalo and get blown out by 10 points. So I think that's an easy bet. I think that's the easiest bet on this entire wild card, to be honest.
Yeah, I love the +10. The +10 line is fantastic. What else? What do you guys got down there?
Mason's 3-0, dude. So like, come on.
Listen, Tommy DeVito was 3-0 too, and then he got shambled by the Saints.
I would love to win the game. I don't think we're gonna get killed though. Like if we lose by more than 10, we got killed. In my eyes, I don't think that's gonna happen.
I don't think it's gonna happen either. What do you got down there, Spur?
Bring back Kenny Pickett. Justice for Kenny Pickett.
Justice for Kenny Pickett. Kenny Pickett's ass. Dude, let me tell you, I actually said the other night, I think we were talking, Judd, I was talking to you, man, when I was like, if Mason Rudolph wins this playoff game on the road in Buffalo, I mean, is Mason Rudolph your QB1? Is that your guy?
How old
I think he's deserved
I feel like that's your guy. No?
He's been in the system for years. He was playing under Big Ben when Big Ben had his.
He was playing under, and remember, and then Myles Garrett came over and shanked him with the helmet.
And that was when Mason would he was young. He didn't have a lot of experience. They threw him in there. He was expecting it. Now he's got that experience. He's got a major chip on his shoulder. He was the QB3. He was playing behind Mitch Trubisky, and he comes in because Mitch is terrible. I don't know what we were doing over there.
Right.
And now he's 3-0. He beats. We were 7-7. We had to win out with help. We needed to win out 3 weeks in a row with help every week. We got lucky. We did our part. We went on Seattle. We went to Seattle, beat them. We went to Baltimore. I don't care that people say it's their backups. Huntley's a good quarterback. He could play in 5 other teams in the league and start.
Yeah.
And
listen, you got the win that you needed. You needed to have that win.
If Mason has a good game and he doesn't choke under pressure, I think he's our starter next year. For now.
What do you guys got?
I think it's going to be, I might be the only guy here, but I think the Bills are just going to take this game. I think if TJ Watt plays, it's a huge difference, but I think the Bills take this game. I think Josh Allen picks it up, finally gets it together. I mean, he's a turnover machine. Let's not get that wrong. But I think he's going to get the job done. James Cook has been having a breakout year.
Yeah.
I mean, in this cold weather, you hand the ball off to him. They got a good line. Keep it pushing. But, I mean, they do have Cam Hayward in the middle, so that does stop a lot of runs. But I don't know. It's going to be a solid game, but I definitely do think the Bills are going to take this game. I don't think there's a way the Steelers win this game. I also don't think, though, if they had Kenny Pickett, I think they have a better shot with Mason Rudolph.
Yeah.
Going back to this, I think they draft a quarterback soon. I don't think Kenny Pickett worked out, unfortunately.
Poor Kenny. With the gloves.
Yeah,
Love seeing him back there with the gloves. And, all right, so going with the picks, I got Steelers +10. They're going to cover this with cake. And I think I'm going to take the under 36.5. I'm going to take the under. I don't think a lot of points are going to be scored. I think it's going to be hard-nosed football. And I think Josh Allen is going to take, if you're a prop guy, I'd say 3 turnovers at least. Josh Allen stinks.
Oh, my God. 3's crazy.
And Willis, on to you. Pick.
Yeah, dude. I think, like I said, +10 is the easiest bet, in my opinion. I mean, all the rest of them are 3 or 4. The only other one that's crazy is the Packers-Cowboys game, but
Yep.
I mean, +10 is disrespectful in my opinion. The Steelers are 3-0. It's not like they're not hot going in the playoffs. I mean, there's a lot of fucking passion in that fan base. There's a lot of passion in just having Mike Tomlin alone in the locker room gives the players an extra boost of passion.
Let me tell you, Mike Tomlin, I want to just add this. Mike Tomlin could go down as one of the best coaches of all time. In all honesty, he could go down as one of the best coaches of all time. I mean, what are they at, Willis, now? 13 winning seasons in a row or something like that?
Dude, it's like 17. Like,
yeah,
like he's been there. He's never had a losing
season. Every year they find a way to make themselves relevant and make themselves in it. Every year, it seems like, and they've had some bad teams, and they put it together and
play in a hard division.
Yeah, and they play in a hard division. They play, I have to give them a lot of credit. I give Mike Tomlin a lot of credit. He could go down as one of the best coaches of all time, easily in the top 10 coaches ever.
Oh, for
no
sure.
doubt, easily.
We had Charlie Batch going on the road against Joe Flacco. We needed to win the game to make the playoffs with help. And Charlie Batch, dude, nobody even knows who he is. Goes in there on the road against Baltimore and wins. That's fucking Tomlin, dude.
Yeah.
And, Tomlin's made a lot of questionable plays. He hasn't been ready the last couple of years, like that Browns game in 20. And then the Jaguars, we lost like 44-38 when we had Brown and Big Ben still going. Like, it's been rough recently, but I think I got a good feeling about this year because how hot we are right now going in.
Easily could be one of the best of all time. All right, Matty Spur, what do you got for your pick?
Taking the under 36.5. I don't see it going over. I don't think either one of these teams is like good enough to like blow out the other one, or like I think it's going to be close game and it's going to be low scoring.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I think the under is it would be the under is definitely the move here. Judd, what do you got for your pick?
I agree exactly with Spur there, taking the under. Yeah.
All right, so
like I said, Bills.
The under is taken. Holy shit, folks! Holy shit! And we would be remiss if we did not talk about this. We would be absolutely remiss. This is breaking news. Breaking news. Breaking news here. Breaking news. Nick Saban retired as the coach of Alabama football.
Good, fuck that guy.
Retired as the coach of Alabama football. Let me just say, fellas, I don't want to, listen, national champs, I don't want to take a ton of credit. But I think Nick Saban realized how much better the Big Ten is than the SEC, and he was like, I got to get the fuck out of here, man. This is the times are changing. The Big Ten is my daddy. Jim Harbaugh said, listen, your time has passed. The Michigan is the pinnacle of college football. The Big Ten is the conference. The SEC is a joke, and we showed them up. So that's what that happened there. Nick Saban, congratulations, unbelievable career as the Alabama coach. I'm so happy it ended the way that it did. That you got to go out on your terms after we had to shit down your throat. But congratulations, a fantastic career, and good for them. Good for them. That was breaking news. That never happens. We get breaking news on this show. We're a legit show. Breaking news right there. Okay. Matt Spur, you had the under there, and then Judd, you went Steelers as well, right? Or no, you went Bills. You went Bills. You had the Bills. Bills minus 10. You like that large margin there. Okay, so Matty's predicting an ass kicking. Willis, he's saying the Steelers suck right to your face. All right, so going to Sunday, 1:00, we got the Packers and the Cowboys, and oh boy, fellas, it pains me to say this, the Cowboys are going to win this game. There's not really much that we need to talk about, I think, for these guys. It's not McCarthy's time yet. They will choke. Dak Prescott is a career choker. They will choke. They will lose. They're not going to go to the Super Bowl. They're a disgrace. Every year they're going to choke it out. But it's not going to be this week. It's not going to be this week. They're gonna lay a handed beat down, I think, on the Packers. I like that minus 7.5. Easily, they're going to win by a score. We'll start with Judd and work our way back over to Willis for this one. Packers, Cowboys. I know you're a loyalist to your boy Danny, who's obviously rooting for the Packers because he can't pick a fan base. What do you got there?
I'm not rooting for that. That doesn't make me lean towards the Packers at all.
No, I'm just fine.
Jerry Alexander. I mean, he's back now. He had to sit out that last. What was it? He had to sit out last week, right? It was week 18. They played the Vikings, and he had to sit out.
Yep.
That was a huge game. But I think the Cowboys, they just get the job done. It's in Dallas. Too,
Dallas, yeah.
Yeah. That's going to be, and the Cowboys at home. I mean, I don't know if you guys, I don't know the exact record, but it's the past few years, including this season, was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cowboys are just going to dominate.
What do you got here, Maddie? Spur.
Who's that, me?
No, we're going to the other Matt. We're switching it over.
I'm taking the -7.5. Dallas. I think Dallas is going to take this game. I've been not impressed with Green Bay ever.
Yeah.
But the Cowboys, I will say, I walked into the season going, the Cowboys are shit. You know, they're a terrible team. But watching them the last couple of weeks, dude, I think they have a chance. Like, they're going to win this game. Whether they win next round, like, that's, you know, probably not. But I have a feeling they're going to win this game.
I think Jordan Love's going to crumble under the pressure. I think DeMarcus Lawrence and Micah Parsons.
I think Jordan Love turns the ball over at least 2 times.
And then you're throwing the ball up to, Stephon Gilmore, Deron Bland, good cornerbacks, Donovan Wilson. I mean, they're solid.
Is Diggs going to be back for the game? Or is Diggs is out for the year, right? He's out for the year?
Sure he's done, yeah.
Yeah, he's out for the year. Oh, that's a big miss.
Sure. Unless I miss something, I'm pretty sure he's
But
out.
the Packers offensive line isn't very good either.
Without him.
Yeah. Willis, what do you got for these guys? What do you think about? I know you love the Cowboys. You're a big Cowboy guy. What do you got here?
Nah, dude, I hate the Cowboys. That's why I'm so excited for it to be Steelers Cowboys in the Super Bowl, and we're gonna fucking hand it to them. That's what's gonna happen.
That's a crazy pick.
Let me tell you, get your props in now, dude. Take the bet while they're still both in it, while it's still the wild card, because let me tell you, Steelers Cowboys is gonna be the Super Bowl. The Cowboys are the best team in the NFC. They are the best team in the NFC. Yep, I'm saying it here. That's all I have to say. That's all I have to say.
Is this biased or non-biased?
This is non-biased. Steelers Cowboys.
The Cowboys are not the best team in the NFC. That's a fucking.
No.
That's a terrible pick. That's a terrible pick. I can't let that go out as the pick. That's fucking dog shit. That's a terrible pick.
No. On a serious note, though, the Cowboys are the best all-around team. I don't care what people say about the Niners. Niners are very good. The Niners are very good. But the Cowboys, dude, Dak Prescott is playing the best year of football he's ever played. CeeDee Lamb is the best receiver in the NFC. He's better than Debo. He's better than.
You sound like an ESPN spokesperson right now. They should give you a job as we speak. Dak Prescott has the most turnovers of any quarterback in playoff history, dude. The guy stinks.
Win every game, dude. At home, the Cowboys win every game by 30 points at home.
Will's right though with the passing. I mean, passing yards, passing touchdowns.
Dude, and the Cowboys win every single game by like 20 points when they play at home. It's not.
Their win margin at home is absurd. I mean, they're averaging like 30.
I realized it. I realized it on Thanksgiving. I'm like, yeah, Washington's going to show up. That's when they were still kind of in the mix a little bit and like still playing for a little bit of pride. Or they weren't 4-12 yet. They were still close to 500. Thanksgiving Day, dude. The Cowboys go and just kill them by like 30 points on Thanksgiving. I mean, and then that's when I started to realize, like, damn, these stats may actually mean something because the Cowboys looked like they couldn't even be stopped. Every play, they're looking great.
Come on though, Willis. I mean, let's look at it though. They lost to the Cardinals. They blew out the Patriots, and then they got smoked by the 49ers. Then they play the Chargers. They won by 3. They won by a field goal at the end.
That's how they all go, of course.
they play the Rams. They won by 2 scores against the Rams. You got to give them credit there. They lose to the Eagles, and the Eagles are fucking bad. The Eagles have choked it out though. That's week 10.
Week 10 was a long time ago, dude. You're talking about games that happen October and November. We're in January now.
Well, how about the Bills when they lost to the Bills by 2 scores last week? Or 2 weeks ago. They lost to the Bills 31-10 2 weeks ago.
At home, though. I'm talking about at home.
They lost to the Dolphins at home.
When was this?
Week 16.
The Cowboys lost to the Dolphins.
They lost to the Dolphins 22-20.
Oh
and,
my God!
And then
right.
they beat the Lions by 1. Then last week, week 17,
really
19-20,
teams,
off of that terrible call. And then they beat the Commanders by 2 scores, but the Commanders could be one of the worst teams of football.
Dude, I forgot they lost to the Dolphins 22-20, and that was an embarrassment of a game because they should have been able to run all over the Miami.
I'm telling you, man, the Cowboys are total choke jobs. They choke every year. This is what happens. They get super hyped. They get all the hype. Super Bowl. This could be the year. Dak this. They cut Elliott. They tell Elliott, get lost. You suck. You're fat. Like this is just something that happens all the time, and then it'll be some crazy game the second week. I think you're right. They're gonna beat the shit out of the Packers. Like I think this could be an ass kicking game on Sunday. But I'm telling you, man, when they have to play either the Lions or the Rams next week, I think it's gonna be a totally different look. I think it's gonna be a totally different look.
They should have lost to the Lions too. But then again, maybe I got a little too far ahead of myself with saying like Super Bowl and all that shit. But they're gonna kill the Packers.
I think they're gonna kill the Packers too.
I think 2 touchdowns at home, first round. Not as much pressure as like.
I like that. I like the pick against the Packers.
Yeah, I probably got a little too ahead of myself, but I do think CeeDee Lamb's the best receiver in the NFC, and Dak's having a good year. That's it's simple as that. And their defense is awesome, dude. Parsons. I mean, you're talking about Bland and Gilmore. Like their defense is good too. The problem with that team, I feel like, is McCarthy. McCarthy's like brain dead out there. I feel like.
Yeah, some of his play calling is just brutal. But the Cowboys always find a way. Now, going to Matty Spur here. What do you got for this game? What are you thinking?
Dude, Cowboys.
Yeah.
Cowboys are winning this game. Not going any further. That's it for them. But they're gonna win this game.
Jax is in chat. He's saying, "We them boys."
Yeah, well, Dallas is gonna win this. They're gonna lose the next game, but I'm telling you, this game is Sunday, right?
Yeah, this is Sunday. Sunday, 1:00. 1:00 Eastern.
Monday morning, all you are gonna hear is Dallas, America's team, winning the Super Bowl again. We're gonna win. We're gonna win.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna laugh my ass off when Dak Prescott takes fucking 4 sacks against whatever team they play next.
Yeah, I could see it. All right, so going across the board, really quick picks. I think Dallas minus 7.5, and I do like the over in this game, over 50.5. I'm gonna say Dallas in the over. What do we got?
Dallas.
Dallas.
Dallas over.
All right, shifting down Sunday 4:30. I think this is game of the week. Really quick, we'll get through this one. I think this is the best game of the whole weekend. We got Rams at the Lions. Stafford's homecoming. He's coming back to Detroit to try to rip the hearts out of every Detroit Lion fan. I think this is his game. This is going to be an intense one, man. Dan Campbell, huge year. Super happy for the Lions, man. Happy to see that organization relevant again. I'm rooting for them here. The line right now is 3. Detroit is -3 favorites at home. Over under is 51.5. Detroit, man, I really did not like the move of them playing all of their starters in the last week of the season against the Vikings and then losing Sam Laporta. I think that's a major, major, major problem. Not having him. He's had a breakout year at tight end. He's an unbelievable player, one of Goff's favorite targets. I think that's going to be a major factor in the game, not having him as an option. I think Stafford's going to come out. I think the Rams are going to have a big game. I like the team here. I think Stafford's going to feel the emotion, feel the nerves on the other side. The Lions are going to be really nervous. I like the Rams +3 here. I think it's going to be an interesting game. We'll go. Willis, what do you got for this guy?
Yeah, I like the Lions. I mean, this is a tough game, though. This is just going to be a fun-to-watch game, I feel like.
Yeah. Game of the week, I feel like.
Yeah, Goff versus Stafford. Everybody's going to like to see that because those are the two guys they obviously traded one for one for each other. Amon-Ra St. Brown is really good, too. Like we were talking about. I feel like having that receiver
he's unbelievable.
Who's always open and catches everything. Amon's that guy. At the same time, you got Nakua and and Cup over in LA. So this is a tough game for me to pick. But the thing that's gonna make the difference for me is the Detroit coaching, because that guy doesn't care. He's like the Chargers coach a couple years ago. He doesn't like he'll do anything to win a game. He doesn't care what anybody says. Like he's real too.
Yeah,
he's like as real as he gets.
He's a beauty. Dan Campbell, former Giant. I'd like to point out, former Giant, great Giant player.
Yeah, dude. He's like you. That's the type of coach everybody wants, and I feel like it's gonna show in the playoffs here. So I'm gonna take the Lions winning the game. I'm not gonna say -3. I think it's gonna be close.
You're gonna just take it outright.
Yeah, I'm gonna that's what I think.
Little Lions money.
The Lions are gonna win, but I think the Rams are gonna show up and play. Obviously.
Yeah.
What made me a little nervous about the Rams was when they had to beat the Giants to get into playoffs, and the Giants almost won that game with Tyrod.
Yeah.
That was a little. I mean, seeing that, I was like, damn.
If Mason Crosby didn't forget how to play football, I mean.
Yeah, the guy shanked the field goal. He was in range. It was like a 50-yarder. Those NFL kickers.
That's light work these days. That used to be like a hassle. That's light work now.
Yeah, dude. It's like, if it was 56 or something, like it's a different story. But the guy missed it like 20 feet to the left, and I was like, damn.
Yeah, Crosby. I mean, that was third string kicker that game.
The Lions, on the other hand, should have went and beat the Cowboys.
Yeah,
and they screwed off that call with the refs with the offensive lineman or whatever. So I just
feel like
the Lions are a better team right now all around, but that's gonna be a close game. It could go either way.
It could go either way. I agree. Maddie Spur, what do you got for this one?
I got Lions money line solely because I want the Lions to win.
Dude, I want the Lions to win too, man. I'm so happy for the city and like.
Yeah, like I feel like the fan base is like really like they've been shit on for so long.
Yeah.
So like they finally have like.
I
something.
agree.
Yeah,
they're so hype. Michigan is the center of football right now too. National champions. This is the time, man.
And you guys talked about the 1-for-1 trade and like Detroit, like Stafford got his ring. He got his ring.
Yeah.
And let Goff, maybe not as a player, but like let him take that team and do something special.
That would be unbelievable if they make a run.
Like, Stafford deserved the ring. He finally got the ring. Like the Lions deserve success. If it's a Super Bowl or not, like getting out of the first round, beating LA,
that'd be huge.
Going far, like they deserve the success.
Yeah, that'd be huge. Jetty, what do you got for this one?
Lions. I think it's going to be a super close game, but I got the Lions. I mean, I'll bet it's the game of the week. Comes down to the last score, field goal at the end.
I could see that. Yeah, I could see a big game-winning drive to try to win. I don't know. I think it's going to be a tight one.
It's in Detroit too, right?
Yeah, in Detroit. Yeah.
Like, I mean, they're going to put up. You see, they outlawed Matt Stafford jerseys.
Oh, did they? They were like, you can't wear a Stafford jersey. I like that. I like that. I like that.
But I just think it's comedy. But I think the Lions are going to win this game. Super close game of the week. Going to be a great one.
It's going to be super close. Yeah.
Dan, our pal, is definitely going to be.
He's gonna be fired up.
For him the past few years.
Yeah, he's gonna be fired up ever since the Super Bowl game. I feel like
I mean, but it's like he loves Jared Goff. Like we play a franchise. He trades Matt Stafford for Jared Goff in our franchise. Like you know what I mean? Like
he loves Jared Goff.
It's gonna be good. It's gonna be cool. But I think it's gonna go Lions by a field goal at game of the week.
It's gonna be really tight.
Make sure you got it on. But it's on Peacock, right?
I think it is on the cock. Yeah, I think it is on the cock.
Which
is just the Lions' first playoff game in how many years? This is the first time they've been in the playoffs, and God only knows how long. And their fan base is like, but make sure you pay that $10, bitch, to watch your fucking team. What's up? Pay it up. Pay it up to NBC, to the cock. Like that's such garbage. It's just such bullshit. But yeah, so overall for the picks. It's gonna be a really tight game. I want the Lions to win, dude. I really do. Like, I love the Lions. I love watching them on Thanksgiving Day, even when they're terrible and just unwatchable. I just enjoy watching them and enjoying the team. Like I said, Michigan center of the football world right now. Go Blue, national champions. Just saying. Yeah, I'm gonna take. I like the Rams +3. I like the Rams +3. I like the veteran presence of Stafford coming back to his hometown and saying, I'm still the daddy around here, around these parts. We'll see what happens, though. It could go either way. I hope the Lions win. I'm taking Rams +3.
You guys heard some of the records that the Lions players have broken? Like Laporta, and Laporta just broke like all-time receptions for tight ends for a season. And Gibbs just first two rookies with 10 touchdowns in a season ever. Like,
yeah, dude, that's a factor, man. I'm a little worried about not having Laporta in that game. That could be a big problem. That could be a big problem. That could be a big problem.
A little sketchy without Laporta.
Yeah, it could be an issue for Goff. All right, last game here on the slate. Very exciting game to get to. The game Maddie's been waiting to talk about here. Maddie Spur. We got the Eagles at the Bucks. Right now the Bucks are +3. The Eagles are -3 on the road going to Tampa Bay. Over under is 43.5. The Bucks squeak in with a 9-0 victory over the Panthers to win the division. The Bucks have not been a great team all year. They've been very, 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 very sketchy. Baker Mayfield has looked fantastic at times. He's looked terrible at times. Baker Mayfield is injured. He is playing with broken ribs and a messed up shoulder, so could be interesting to watch that as well. I love the Bucks here. Yeah, I think the Bucks are going to shit all over the Eagles. Eagles are 1-5 in their last 6. Have no business being here. Willie, what do you got?
I don't know. We were talking about it earlier, and like some games Baker looks terrible, and some games it's like, wow, he's actually a pretty decent quarterback. But yeah, he's hurt. I think Jalen Hurts probably is at this point pretty pissed, and so is that center Kelsey, because they expect a lot better. And I thought the Eagles' defense was better too. But yeah, I mean the last couple games they look terrible, and they're just letting these teams come back on them. Like that Arizona game was crazy.
That was unbelievable, that game, yeah.
They're up 21-3, which makes you wonder, like, is it coaching or is it just the defense is falling apart, or like what's going on? I don't know. But I think the Eagles are gonna win. Even though they're 1-5 in the last 6. I just can't see them losing in the first round to the Bucks, who have a hurt Baker Mayfield. I don't know. Like what? The Bucks just beat the Panthers like 9-0. It's kind of like I consider that whole division kind of a joke the last 2 years.
Yeah, it's a total joke division.
Play up against teams that like the Cowboys and the Giants always play the Eagles tough. So it's like, I don't know. I think the Eagles are just a better team. I'd be surprised if they lost.
It's going to be interesting to see. Maddie, we'll go right to you, Maddie Spur here, the Eagle fan. I know you're fired up for the game. What do you got?
Oh, dude. First off, Hurts is hurt. He's got that fucked up finger.
There you go. I like that.
Anybody saw last week?
Dude, that finger was crazy. That was another like brain dead move. I felt like. I mean, like I know you're originally playing for the division, and I get that, but you know the Giants stink. Like the Giants have not had a good year all year. And it's like, you know, do you really want to send your first string out there in a rainy MetLife to go, like, play? Like, you have Brown, who got hurt, too. For a second, when Brown turned the ball over, I thought he tore his ACL because he was holding his knee. Like, I was like, no way. Like, did he just tear his ACL, like, in the last game of the year? Meaningless game against the Giants? Like I was shocked.
Yeah. So, I mean, I just want to throw that out there. But no, I mean, I have all the we have been choking it out. We've really fucked it up. But I still believe that we're one of the best teams. Like when we're on. Like obviously last 6 weeks we have not been our best. But when we are on, when we're all there, like we are one of the best teams out there. And yeah, I watch a lot of I'm up to date on a lot of the locker room shit. And dude, Kelsey gave a speech to the team yesterday. I was ready to get on that offensive line.
Oh God.
Like those guys they're ready to go. Like if you know, that line Hurts is gonna have a lot of time to throw because I don't think that offensive line is moving an inch. Like, so there's definitely that going for our offense. As far as our defense, I mean, let's just hope Tampa sucks it out. Like, but Eagles all the way. Like, I firmly believe the Eagles are going all the way.
I just looked really quickly, just have an update. It does look like A.J. Brown is going to be good to go. MRI showed negative. It doesn't look like anything serious. He should be good and ready to play. Maddie, as somebody, you know all about the quarterback with the off-throwing hand, broken finger story. You know all about that. How do you think that that's going to affect
We also know
Jalen
about
Hurts?
the broken ribs, though, and I mean they do play.
That's
a
true.
part,
You know
but
that broken rib. Yeah, yeah.
not as much as the finger. Not as much as the finger for sure. But I think I mean Lane Johnson, Jason Kelsey, these guys started last year. Maybe they got one more.
Ever,
if they
yeah.
lose. Like, this is another team where they're going to be really dedicated to winning this game. Like he said, Jason Kelsey, I'm not even, I had no idea about that, but I already assumed that happened because of how, the Eagles are just veteran. Like, they're just veterans. Like, they just know what they're doing. I think they win this game handedly. I think they string it all together and they start playing well. And I think the NFC turns into a bloodbath. But yeah, I think the Eagles handedly win this game.
That's yeah. I mean, it could if the Eagles turn it up, man. I mean, that would be huge. That would be huge if the Eagles turn it up.
At least 7.
Yeah,
probably 10.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, Maddie's thinking an ass kicking in Tampa.
They're gonna kick their ass.
All right.
Kick their ass.
So to go through the picks really quick. I'm taking Tampa +3. Willie, what do you got?
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Eagles.
Willie's
Eagles
got Willie's got Eagles -3. Maddie Spur, the Eagle fan.
Eagles all the way.
Fly Eagles fly. And then we Eagles money line. And Judd, what do you got?
Play it however you want. The Birds are gonna kick their ass.
All right. So there we go. Wild card weekend predictions are in. The boys have spoken. We'll see what happens. What we got. We'll reconvene next week for the divisional round. But yeah, no, I think we got some good picks in there. It's going to be a fun weekend to watch. I'm very excited to watch all those games and be chatting it up with you fellas, and we'll see how everything plays out. But very excited for Wild Card Weekend. It was such a blast getting the boys back together, talking some sports. What an unbelievable event, fellas. Thank you so much for jumping in.
Rolling throughout the playoffs.
Oh yeah, we'll be back. You
know how much I am. I'm into that draft. So if you want to talk draft,
we'll talk some draft too.
Oh
yeah. We'll keep it going. I like doing these sports shows with you fellas, and then I like that we got to break that news that Michigan completely broke Nick Saban's spirit and just said, "Hey, listen, man, this isn't for you anymore. You had to retire." When we smoked them and showed how much of a joke the SEC is, and the Big Ten is just so much better. And Maddie and you two fellas are joining the Big Ten next year, so you're all fired up. You're a part of the Big Ten family. So yeah, that's right. We're the #1 conference, and the SEC is an absolute joke. So that's a little college football talk for you guys there. Go Blue, Michigan national champions. The boys are buzzing. You had to throw that in there, though.
Comes to the Chargers.
Dude, I saw the latest report in coaching talks.
Some fugazi ass coach.
Belichick, yeah. Dude. I saw a lot of Belichick to the Chargers.
I saw some fugazi ass coach.
What about
it wasn't Harbaugh, and if it's not either of those two, it's a bust in my eyes and all Chargers fans' eyes. I mean, you see a Charger post, and it's like Harbaugh bust. Like
I know they love Harbaugh.
Don't cheap out, like.
Just pay it up. Willie, what do you got?
Dude, did you boys see that Pete Carroll is
Yeah, Pete Carroll is stepping out. He's not the coach anymore. He's an advisor. He's an advisor for the Seahawks now. He's no longer the head coach, so they're looking for head coaching. What's that? That's 3 teams now, right? That's 3 teams that have head coaching vacancies because Vrabel got fired from the Titans. Belichick is out, and then the Seahawks guy is out, and then the Chargers. So you got 4 teams who all need head coaches. The Giants fired Wink Martindale as their defensive coordinator. He's out, which I don't understand. I guess him and Dable were having some problems there, but the defense wasn't the problem for the Giants, so I don't know what the hell that was all about. But yeah, you have 4 teams that are in search of head coaches, and Saban retired from Alabama. You don't think Saban's going to be like, yeah, I want to go pro now, coach in the NFL?
Oh, he for sure wants to go pro.
You think so? You think he's going to leave? And
Whether he actually does or not, but it's sitting there. He like, oh yeah, I'm like the best college coach ever. Like, I'm totally going to go to the league and win a Super Bowl. Like, that's totally
I'd be happy with Saban if we got him as
that. Not if he has to play hardball, and I don't know.
Dude, I would rather Harbaugh. I'd rather that.
Yeah.
But it's Harbaugh or bust. But
yeah, no, it's it's gonna be interesting to see. We'll keep an eye on the coaches carousel as well. We'll be talking about that next week. But everybody, thank you so much for listening. I really appreciate it. I know Willis got to get going here, and we got some other things going on, so I got to get going as well. But I appreciate everybody who's hung out. Jay, I see you in the chat. I appreciate you. Did Michigan win the chip? I didn't catch the other 9 times you said it. Yeah, go Blue, Michigan, national champions. I had to represent, Big Ten, best conference in college football. Not a big deal. The college football goes through Ann Arbor. And then, I appreciate everybody hanging out. You can find this. I will post it on Spotify and Apple Podcasts and SoundCloud. You can find it there. You can find it. It'll be posted on our YouTube channel as well. This will stay there. So if you ever want to listen to it or go back to it or use it for reference or you need the picks again, it'll be there. So I appreciate everybody hanging out. And thanks so much. We'll see you guys next week. Enjoy Wildcard Weekend. Let's go, baby.
All right. Peace, boys. That was fun.
take care, guys.